left Somalia. Their place has been taken by African Union peacekeeping forces. This is not a very good start. It seems that there was a suicide bombing targeting them. Then there's accusations of them shooting on Somali civilians. Is the AU going to be able to keep the peace in Somalia?
First of all, I would like to thank our Creator that gives us the victory over the Ethiopian troops. And I will advise all the Somalis, all the different functions, it's time now to work with peace. All the different groups to come together, and because the problem was the Ethiopian first, who used the T card with the terrorist cards with the outgoing administration. And I really think there's a good chance if Amazon will not follow the same foot tracks of Ethiopia, then there's a good chance that they can work with their peacekeeping mission and the Somalis will work together. I was making personal any effort to contact all the different groups from Asmara to the Islamic courts, which by the way, as you know, it's the only people who bring some peace and stability in our country for the last almost 20 years. And I wrote a letter to the President Obama. I have a copy to show you if it's needed. But anyway, I'm expecting, hopefully he's going to contact me, someone personally deliver it, and I'm expecting to write one for Secretary of State Hillary Clinton.
So you also see the mandate of the AU forces as bringing the disparate groups together in Somalia?
It can be done if we use people like the Arab nations and the other Muslim countries, because they understand the tribal mentality. And the problem is, if you bring non-Muslims, they might bring more problem, because some of the people that I talked to, they were saying they can bring their own peace. They don't want it. But if the international community is insisting to go and send some, that's what would have been my best advice. And if we have to add some African troops, that's okay, but please, it shouldn't be with the neighbor countries, particularly Ethiopia and Kenya. They both have a land dispute from Somalia. Arab Moya was just making a same speech from George Washington University. If we want peace for Somalia, let's make away Ethiopia in my country, he said, because there's a dispute of land for both those two countries.
Let me ask you about one of those groups in Somalia, the Al-Shabaab group that
yes.
we've heard a lot about recently.
Yes.
They have regained control over a lot of the territory that they lost to Ethiopian troops in 2006. Can Al-Shabaab be brought into the mainstream now?
Yes, they can be. The main reason these people become so hardline, because Somalia, it's a problem where, like we have, if you try to make an analogy between the Hamas and Israeli situation, you cannot bring Hamas and bring to Israel country and expecting they're going to bring peace, or the other way around. This is the people who really been fighting for a long time. Ethiopia took advantage from the outgoing administration, and Shabab can be included. If there are some bad elements in Shabab, like any other, including the warlords, should be tried and will sent to war crimes. But the majority of these people are people who love their country, who are freedom fighters, and they really give our dignity back, because if they would have succeeded the Ethiopian, 50 years from today, Somalia would have been the kids throwing stones with the big tanks in the land of Somalia. So they really give us, and we have to give them the respect they deserve. We shouldn't be throw them out. We need to bring every element, the people from Asmara group, individually or organizations, and we can bring peace and reconciliation.
Mr. Ali Hassain, we're going to have to leave it there. We've run out of time. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Now let's go to the Middle East conflict.